Hi guys, are you feeling rounded? Are you feeling congested? Is your heart in need of opening? We're going to do something today that's going to help you feel better in those areas. Not just open up your heart space, but really open up your spine and your posture and make everything in this area, the torso area, feel really, really good. So I'm glad you're here. Let's get started. Hello everybody, let's get started. So I have a towel for our practice, and so if you have one at home you can use that. And I also have a pillow, just a standard pillow from the bed. Take your towel, and I just picked this up and I said to my husband, is this like not a nice one? He's like, yeah, kinda, but whatever. I'm just gonna rip this string off because I want to be like Martha Stewart or something, I don't know. And we're going to fold this in half. So right in half. Oh, there's another hanging string. Good God. Good God. And then I'm going to fold that in half again. So now we have this long edge right here. And I want to roll that up. So if you're feeling tight in your chest, then you can make this a little bit of a thinner roll. If you're feeling pretty open in your back and your chest, you can make this a thicker roll. We're going to put that down right towards the top of the mat. Actually, I'm going to face this way. And it's not at the tippy top. It's just towards the top. And we're going to lay over that with the shoulders. So I want this to line up right below my shoulder blades right here. I have to smile a little more, don't I? Okay, so right underneath the shoulder blades is where I want it to end up. So I'm going to lay right down over this, like so. And my wall is in the way here, but if you can, open out your arms to a T position, that would be great. And then just rest your head down. So when you lay down, once you lay down, you'll know right away if this is too thick or too thin. And a lot of people in my classes will put this down too low, this blanket, so make sure it's up high enough. We want it to feel like it's lifting the chest open and getting this rib cage to really expand. And we're just going to stay here. The knees are bent. You can step the feet a little wider than the hips and drop the knees together. And just hang out there for a moment, breathing into the belly and the ribs and the chest. Visualize your torso as a balloon, and you want to expand that balloon almost to the point of popping it. That's how much you want to inflate the balloon. Try to pop it. And then exhale. Let the balloon completely deflate. And maybe even purse your lips and push the breath out for those final last breaths at the end there. Give it a good push. And then continue that same practice, breathing deeply, filling up your balloon. It's the belly, the ribs, and the chest are all a part of this balloon. And when you breathe into a balloon, the bottom of the balloon gets filled up first, right? So that's what we're visualizing here. Belly up to the chest, like you're going to pop it. And then exhale, deflate the balloon. I don't know why, but the color of my balloon is red, maybe purple right now. Red or purple. And continue that same breath. Step the feet so that we're hip width distance. And then just rock your knees gently down to one side. Lift up and then over to the other side. Take your time. Up and over. And up and over. Side to side. Gentle windshield wipers. This is the American style windshield wipers. And all the while, this is a beautiful heart opener because we're opening up the chest and allowing our heart to really be exposed. Not hide it from the world. We want the world to see our heart and know that we are awesome and good people. And we're going to hold it over to the right side with the knees. Just drop them down that way. This awesome pillow that I have keeps getting in my way. And then take your head and just roll it from side to side. And as you roll your head from side to side, take a deep breath in and exhale with a sigh. Inhale deeply and exhale with a sigh. Keep going. Rocking your head side to side. For those of you who would rather have some, or who would like to add some full-length classes to your practice, you can join me at karayoga.com and houseofwellnessnewyork.com and y.com. We have classes online and in person, and they're all either an hour or 75 minutes long. Turn your head to your left and just stay there and breathe. So we're on the back, we're laying over this towel or blanket, and we're trying to relax the body a little more with each breath. Your head turning to your left is adding to the spinal twist. Breathing. And then slowly roll your head back to center. Now take your left arm and circle it. Let's go back behind the head. If you have a dog, you can pet the dog on the way. And then over to the left, maybe you have a cat in your room, down across the body, out to the right again, back behind you, a big stretch, and over to the right side, down across the body. Just keep moving like that. And then circle the opposite way. Take your time. Notice your breath. So as you move, can you feel the muscles relaxing a little bit more in the chest, in the arm? Belly, ribs, and chest are expanding. And then we're going to open this left arm out. Hold it there. Let the knees gently come up and over to the opposite side. You can shift your hips a little bit to the right if that helps you. And we were there for a while, so give your back some love here. Move slowly. Take your time. You can always use the pillow between your legs as a nice little cushioning option. I had this to use for heart opening stuff, but it's a really nice prop to just cushion between the legs as well. And then rock your head gently side to side. Let your breath deepen. Let go of a sigh with the exhale. And then turn your head to your right, and you're going to stay there. Just give your spine a moment, the cervical spine, the neck, to relax and open. Now, if your rolled up towel or blanket feels just too bulky and it's just not working for you, you can definitely flatten it out and fold it up into a trifold position instead. If your lower back is bothering you and this is just too much for your lower back, lift your head up higher. That's a little secret that I share with just people who watch my classes. You're the lucky ones. So if you have a block, you can put your head on a block. Turn your head back to center and then circle your right arm in one direction. And remember, as you move, breathe deeply. Fill up that balloon. Try to get it to pop. But don't let it pop. My goodness, that would be messy. Let's circle the opposite way. Feel your jaw relaxing. Your face relaxing. And then let's open the arm. We're going to hold it. Chest is opening. Jaw relaxed again. I'm looking out the window and I'm in the sky. We have two hawks flying up high in the sky, just circling around. Beautiful blue sky outside. Sip that breath in. Bring the knees up to center. And now extend your legs straight out in front of you. This is an awesome pillow, but it's very heavy to move around. I need an assistant. That's what I need. And just wobble your legs. Wobble, 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 wobble. Relax your legs. Take a breath in. Bend the knees. We're going to roll the body very gently over to either side. So you choose, take your time, rolling over. Take a moment, breathe deeply. Just notice how you feel. And then you're going to use your upper hand and give yourself a push up to your hands and your knees. And I'm going to flip over onto my knees. So if you want, you can take your blanket and open it up. And now it's in a rectangle position or a square for your knees. Good. And we're just going to do some cat-cows here. So arching the spine, breathing, and rounding the back. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round the back. Good. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round the back. Keep going. Breathing deeply. Exhaling. Good. Come to a neutral spine. Now walk your hands slightly forward, maybe a hand print. And we're going to rock the hips forward, down. Right, we have a nice back bend here. Any back bend is going to be a heart opener. Relax your feet, tops of the feet down, and then rock back with the hips. Breathing, and then forward again. Hips come down, and then back. Now, if it's bothering your body to bring the hips forward and down too much, you can put your pillow or a block underneath where the pelvis is landing here to help hold it. That'll help you be more comfortable and ease the body into the flexibility portion of this movement. Any movement is good, right? We're very lucky that we can move the body in any way that we do. Keep breathing. And we're going to lower down with those hips. Maybe your blanket is too thick. You can move that to the side. Come onto your belly. And here we have a Sphinx posture. So elbows are underneath the shoulders. The hands are out in front of the elbows. We're going to glue the arms down to the floor. Your legs are hip width distance apart. Your pinky toes are trying to touch the floor. We're pulling the floor back. It's an isometric movement. We're not really pulling the floor back. Unless you are, then you might want to call a handyman. So pull the floor back, pull your heart forward, and then drop your shoulders down. If this is too much on your back, walk your elbows forward a little bit. And just make sure that feels okay. You want to take some nice deep breaths again. Encourage the inflation. And then exhaling, encouraging the deflation. I almost forgot the word. Good. Keep breathing. Gentle heart openers feel good, right? Walk your hands underneath your head. You're just going to rest your head and then bend your knees, windshield wiper the lower legs from side to side. When we have these back bends that we're doing, it's good to take little intervals where we loosen up the back, and this is going to help do that. Little side to side. Deep breaths. Good. Lower the legs down behind you again. And we have them hip width distance apart. The hands underneath the shoulders. The elbows are lifted off of the ground. And they're pointing up towards the ceiling. Your chin or your forehead are grounded just for the moment. We're going to inhale. And then on the exhale, lift your chin. Lift your chest. Now keep your neck in line with your spine. Chin and chest lift off of the ground. You're pushing the pelvis into the floor as hard as you can. And the hands are really not doing any pushing. They're just kind of there for decoration. They're like celebrating a holiday or something. They're a decoration. And then we're going to lower down. Take a breath. Find the rest in between. And then lift again, the chin, the chest, the elbows pointing kind of up and back. But we don't want them on the floor. And the hands are gently placed. Good. We'll lower down, take a breath. And then we're going to do one more, lifting the chin and the chest. And this time, the neck stays long. Take your arms back, floating above the ground, above the back, palms face in, and lift your legs up. This is your boat pose, Navasana. And we're looking down at the front of the yoga mat, breathing, squeezing the muscles in the glutes. Let the jaw relax. Good. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, lower the legs down. Breathe deeply, push yourself up and back, and let's come into a child's pose. Since you have your pillow, the knees are wide here, the big toes touch, you're going to sit back to the heels, take your pillow, bring it right inside your thigh, the mouth of the thigh here, and we're going to lay the body down onto the pillow. Just turn the head to one side and find some rest. This is a very relaxing child's pose. My pillow is a little too soft for this. In yoga classes, sometimes we have bolsters. If you have a bolster at home, you can always use that. Obviously, you would have already figured that out. Breathing deeply, finding some rest for the back body. Sometimes we get into these postures and it's hard to come out of them because they're so relaxing, right? I feel for you. Feel your inner thighs, let them relax. Let your breath deepen. Good. Turn your head back to center and walk your hands back in. Say goodbye to the pillow for now. And use your blanket underneath your knees or your towel. And we're going to lift the body up to the knees. The toes are curled under. If you have yoga blocks, you can bring them alongside the ankles if that helps you. You can also take your pillow and put it on top of your heels for our camel pose. Now, in classes, I tend to teach half camel, which is just one arm going back. If you want to practice full camel, feel free to go ahead and do that. We're going to take the arms, actually, hands to the hips. Let's start here. And just circle them around in one direction. Circling around. It's good to get a feel for the pelvis. And then circle the opposite way. Good. Check in with your breath. Good. Let's hold it still. Now, hips lining up with knees, squeezing buttocks. When I come forward with my pelvis, when I come back with my body is what I meant to say, try to keep your hips in line with your knees, not going forward of your knees, okay? So they're in line. And you're just going to drop your left hand to your heel or a block or that pillow that's laying on top of your leg, the lower leg there. And then take your right arm and reach it up towards the sky. Squeeze the buttocks. Pay attention to the lower belly. We want to hug that in, squeeze that in, and lift your heart up. When we do these back bends, we want the upper and middle back to be bending, not so much that lower back. We don't want it to crunch together. So try to lift up and out of that lower back and let your chest touch the ceiling. It's a beautiful thing. Deep breathing. Good. We're going to switch sides gently. So come on up and lower that right hand back behind, switching with the left arm up. So the right hand is on the heel or on that block. Take your own level for this posture. Don't overdo it because you will feel it tomorrow. Lift the heart up towards the sky. Soften the jaw. and just breathe. Squeezing bottom, squeezing lower belly, lifting heart up. Good. Let's gently come back up to center. Bring the hands to the pelvis again and gently circle around in one direction. Your back will let you know if you went too far in that posture. And then you will know, so right now you might feel a little bit of stiffness there. You might have gone a little too far. So now you know for the next time, circle the opposite way to use maybe some more props. And that's okay. That's okay. Let's hold it still and step your right foot out in front of you. Lift your back knee, your left knee up behind you. We're going to push into that back heel. How does that feel? Feels pretty tight on my leg, but give a good push with the heel. Let your hips square, headlights, they're facing forward. You're going to float the arms up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. And again, lifting up and back with your body, very gentle. Try and touch where the ceiling and the wall meet with your chest. Keep pushing into the back heel. Keep your neck in line with your spine and breathe. Good. Let's gently come back to center with the torso. Hold it in a warrior one position. Notice, breathe and feel. Push into that front foot. The toes are relaxing. We're pressing evenly into that front foot. Good. Let's rotate open to a warrior two position. Opening the arms. The front foot is going to heel toe to the middle where there's an imaginary line cutting the back foot in half. And we're going to gaze over the right fingertips. Pull the shoulders up and back. Take your left arm, lower it down to the back leg. Flip your right palm up and come up and back to a nice side stretch, nice lateral stretch. Feeling the opening of your rib cage. Let the jaw relax. Shooting that right arm up and back. Good. Let's slowly come back to a warrior two position. Turn the body to face warrior one. Back foot pivots so the heel is lifted. And we lower the back knee down to the ground. Hands to the front knee. Take a deep breath in. Let something go. Woo! Take the right knee under you and bring the left foot out in front. Fantastic. Lifting the back knee up, pushing into that heel. Hips squared, facing forward. Arms reach out and up. Drop the shoulders down, grow the spine. Coming into that nice little back bend, reaching the heart up towards where the ceiling and the wall meet in front of you. What do you feel on that back leg as you push the heel down? Good. Settling forward into a warrior one position. Just hold it there and breathe for a moment. We're going to open up to warrior two on this side. I'm going to turn around so I can face you. So we have warrior two, the front foot cutting the back foot in half. We're going to gaze to the left. Take your shoulders, pull them up and down. And we didn't do this on the other side, but flip the palms up, helping to open up the chest. Breathing, get longer through those fingertips. Now that right hand is going to face down, palm down to the back leg, and the front arm comes up and back. So not only are we side stretching, but we're squeezing this right side as well, getting a nice little crunch, little muscle building. And we're lengthening that whole left side, pressing the knee away from the left arm. Keep breathing and smiling, finding some gratitude, helping to open up the heart. Gratitude is an awesome way, right? Let's come back to warrior two. Breathing deeply. Rotate to warrior one. and you're pushing into the back heel, drop the shoulders down. Lower the hands to the hips and lower the back knee down to the ground. Good. Take your front knee underneath you. Now we have pillow time. So we're going to lay this pillow down so that it's long. We are going to take our towel or our blanket and just roll it up from the short edge. So I still have mine in half and then in half again. And now I'm going to take the short edge. I'm going to roll that up because I want to make myself a little pillow or a lift. I'm going to take this underneath the far end of my pillow. This is going to be good. And if you have a blanket around you want to cover yourself up with, that's a nice thing to do. If your lower back is bothering you, don't sit right up against this pillow or bolster that you have at home. Sit a little bit farther away from it. And you're going to lay back onto the pillow. Rest your head down. Bring your legs out in front of you and let the arms come out to the sides. The palms are facing up. And then we're going back to where we started with the breath. The feet are falling open. Deep breath in, belly, ribs, chest. Think of that balloon. Getting so big. And exhaling completely. Thinking of that balloon deflating. And just keep going with that. Inhale deeply. And exhaling all that breath out of you. If you want, you can bend your knees, drop the knees open into a bound angle position. The soles of the feet are touching. You can use blocks underneath the thighs or extra cushioning, towels, pillows, etc. to help relax those thighs. And again, any way you can encourage your heart to soften, your chest to open, use your breath to get there. Let your jaw relax. Belly, ribs, chest expand on the inhale. And sink it down on the exhale. If you want to stay in this position, if you're so comfortable you just don't want to move, I get it. Legs can go long. You can also put something under your knees, a nice cushioning. And just stay here. Maybe you want to cover your eyes with something to darken out the room and help relax your eyes. And let this be your Shavasana. Stay here for another 5 to 7 minutes, using your breath, moving it in and out. Nice option to end your practice today. And I really, really hope that you enjoyed it and look forward to seeing you for the next one. Be truly you, and namaste.